My name is Dr. Jean-Francois, and I appreciate the privilege of standing here to talk to you. Thank you for making this meeting possible. Thank you. Some of you came very early, and I am very humble for that. If you can hear me clearly, drop a yes in the chat. Beautifully. Yes in the chat. Tonight is not a lecture. It's not a class. It is instead a breakthrough moment. Tonight is about the freedom within you, the freedom you were born with, the freedom life tried to bury, the freedom that's still alive in you. If you are ready for that, right? I am ready in the chat. Let's begin with a story. I always love stories. A man visited an elephant camp and saw something strange. A bunch of huge elephants, each strong enough to pull a truck. They were held by a thin rope tied to one leg. There were no other visible chains or cords or cages, just a thin rope. They could break free anytime, yet they did not. So the gentleman asked the trainer, "Why don't they break free?" And the trainer answered, "When they were young, the rope was strong enough to hold those elephants. They tried then and they fell. Eventually, they gave up, they stopped trying. And even now, they still believe the rope is stronger than they are." Could you believe that? Their belief, not the rope, keeps them bound. This story exposes a truth about many of us. We are often held back not by real barriers, but by old beliefs, old conditioning, old voices, old fears, ropes that no longer have the power to restrain us, but we keep staying restrained. Friends, the rope is not holding them, but the memory is holding them. If that really hits you, type, "My rope is not stronger than me." Because tonight we are in the business of cutting ropes. We want to cut all ropes. What really are the chains? When I say chains, ropes, I'm talking about anything that restricts you, restrict your movement, your voice, your growth, your potential, your thought, or your subdued will. This is so important. Please allow me to repeat it. Visible chains and invisible chains. These are the type of chains. Visible chains, if you ever felt held back by finances, health and well-being, family responsibilities or expectations, work pressure, toxic relationship, limited time flexibility. These are the things that keep you back, hold you back. We also have invisible chains. But the most dangerous chains are the ones that no one sees. Self-doubt, inferiority, imposter syndrome, never feel you are good enough, false humility, fear of judgment, fear of disappointing others, cultural, religious expectation, what the church believes, and you have to be in harmony, otherwise you feel you are in trouble. Cultural, religious expectation, internalized oppression, old trauma, things like saying to yourself, "I am too old. I'm not enough. People like me don't succeed. I have bad luck. Everybody in the family is always like this. Invisible chains, my dear friends, they are deadly. They are the most dangerous because we don't recognize them as chains. We think they are normal parts of life. To me, the worst one are what we can call the character flaws, the moral defects, the emotional flaw, the relational defects, the defects, discipline defects, the identity defects. These things are holding us back, and we tend to feel like as if they are normal. Nobody should talk to them about our faults, about our flaws. We get upset. Some visible change for some may be invisible for others, and vice versa. So how do chains form? How do we come out with all these chains holding us? Well, chains form quietly. In your childhood, the way our parents raise us, we're having some chains. Environment, trauma, cultural pressure, religious guilt, past failures, words spoken over you, over me. You never amount to nothing. You're as ugly as your dad. Survival habits when we were in trouble. All these things became permanent and they enchain us. We can hardly move. Most chains were not chosen, but we accept them. Most chains, we didn't choose them, but we have accepted them. And what we accept, we claim them, and we eventually even defend them. What like they say, you you have bad manners, you get upset. But if you look at yourself in the mirror, you have bad manners, indeed. What we defend, we eventually become. It is us we are comfortable with it. As long as we are comfortable with it, we don't recognize it as chains, as things that are holding us back. I give you this example, I'm giving it to you again among Haitians. How are you? Naboule or c'est pas pi mal. Because either they are being burned down or they expect worse. They said it's not as bad as we expected. It's time to stop defending what's been hurting you. It's time to stop defending what's been hurting us. The cost of staying bound, my dear friend, let's be real. Staying bound has a price. You stagnate, you shrink, you repeat the same cycles and keep hoping things can get better. You sabotage opportunities. You envy people instead of growing. You live beneath your calling and you're happy. You're doing the little you do, you're happy with it. You do one step and you feel great. It's a big deal. Two believers were praying. That's something I would like to mention. Two believers were praying. The first one said, God, give me a car, even a very old one. I just want to go from point A to point B. Just give me a little old car. The other lady who was listening, she said, thank you, Lord. I can answer her prayer. I'm giving her my old car. You can have it, sister. Then she said, Lord, I need a brand new car so I can go anywhere I want. And I ask you in Jesus' name, amen. And I thank you in advance. Which one had the right attitude? It's for you. You can write it on the chat. Which one has the right attitude? When you come in to see someone as God, you're asking him for a
Well,
little
things no.
used car. What is this? I'm baffled. but how people always like little things. It's like owning a luxury car, but you're scared of scratching it. So it never leaves the driveway. Yes, you can ask God anything you need with humility, not with entitlement, but God is ready to give you. But if you're tired, if you keep dragging the same thing and you're happy, nobody's going to change anything for you. I'm asking you, I'm telling you, if you're tired of dragging the chains, just ask for relief. You got to realize yourself that you are tired of this kind of life. You're tired of being broke all the time. You're tired of being sick all the time. You're tired because you are carrying weight that was never yours. So now my question is, would you like to break those chains even link by link? Because we can break the chains link by link. Chains don't usually break all at once. They break link by link. One link may lead for another one to break, and before you know it, you are free. But to do so, first of all, you need to be aware of your condition. You can't break what you refuse to see. Awareness is the first cut, self inventory, acknowledgement, accept that these chains exist and that they impact your life and you need recovery. Don't cherish them. The second thing you need to have humility. You need to have the ability to recognize those chains. Be humble enough not to deny them or to resent anyone who dare to mention or point them out. Instead, humbly ask a higher power to remove them. Your shortcomings, highlighting the importance of relying on both personal efforts and supernatural support. Character flaws, in my humble opinion, are the strongest chains that you can have. And you realize that the church, even the church, never mentions the character flaws. They talk about everything else because character flaws is too difficult and make you lose members. You may lose offerings and tithes when you start talking about character flaws. You also need to have courage. The word courage originates from the Latin word cor, C-O-R, meaning heart, referring to the heart's emotional strength and bravery. The term embraces both physical and moral bravery in modern usage. Courage is often associated with facing fear or adversity with resolve, ready to go no matter what. Courage is not the absence of fear. No, courage is movement in spite of fear. If you're choosing courage tonight, have the courage to type courage, please, in the chat. Another thing, you need community. You can't do things all by yourself. No, no one breaks chains alone. You need people who see you struggling, who challenge you, who walk with you, who encourage you. You need to seek guidance. Many individuals are encouraged to seek advice from a sponsor or mentor to work with. The guidance can be anyone, a mentor. It can also be a coach, if you want to call it like this. Because that person, that mentor, that friend, he is the one who is able to identify your blind spots. You won't see them. A cup of coffee cannot see how dark, how cold, how hot, how warm it is. No, you can see it. Identity crisis. The coach can see that. The mentor can see that. The mentor can challenge your limiting beliefs while you're always limiting yourself. You don't want to go any higher. You're happy with what you have. She will help you build new habits stay accountable. You have to be accountable. Don't tell me I'm going to do, I'll do this next week. When you come next week, you have to show what you did from your promises. Okay? The coach, the mentor will help you to move from intention to action, because the heaven is paved with good intention. But how many will make it without proper action? A mentor or a coach does not replace your pastor, your therapist, or your prayer life. A coach gives you structure, clarity, and strategy. He or she is your accountability partner. You have to take account and give report. He's not there, she's not there to push you. He's there to free you. If you know you need guidance, don't delay, don't keep saying, oh, next month, next month. I have a few friends who told me when I was presenting those things in December, oh, this month is very busy, it's a new year. I'll get back to you in January. I didn't call them. No, I'm not going to call you, because you got to know what's good for you. Let me give you a short story. There was a bird in an open cage. The man kept that small bird in a cage. One day, he opened the door to set the bird free, but the bird wouldn't move. The door stayed open for quite some time, but the bird stayed inside. Why? Because the bird is comfortable. The bird had lived in the cage for so long that the cage had moved inside the bird. The bird cannot live without the cage. Many in this world are comfortable in the chain inside the cage. Therefore, even though the door is open, even though opportunities come, they don't need that. The chain of poverty is broken. The cord of illnesses is already cut. The season has shifted. The strength has grown. The opportunity have increased. The calling is calling. Yet, these people are still sitting in a cage that no longer wants to hold them. They hold on to the cage. They say there is no other end. They are happy. They are comfortable with where I am, where I'm living, what the level of life I have. I'm here to tell you, to make you uncomfortable. I'm here to tell you the time has come to get up and decide to pursue your dream. Stop being comfortable with the minimum. You can do much more, far much more. Oh, my dear friends, over 30 years ago, I was at a position with ITT that many of you may call was good. I was working for a top $500 company on Wall Street. I was making as much money as my age. I was young. It was okay. But something inside of me told me you could do more. So I decided to pursue my study while staying in that job, making a living. While working, I did not just quit. I met the requirements. Then once admitted at med school, I went to the boss. I said, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. That was a big jump. There was no guarantee I was going to make it. Because going to med school is one step. Staying there and finishing is another step. But I knew by the Almighty and with my decision, with my family, my wife's support, I was going to make it. And you can say that the difference is obvious. A lot of my friends were talking about it at that time and never did anything. So when I meet them sometimes, I say, oh, I still have a lot of respect for you. I said, I have respect for you too for staying the way you are. It's time to be comfortable while being uncomfortable. It's time for you to be comfortable while being uncomfortable. What do I mean? The things that will make you get better, the thing that will make you earn more, the thing that will make you know more will be uncomfortable for you. I will explain that to you in my next conference in June, which is likely going to be my last one. If you feel that you've been comfortable in your little condition, whatever it is, it's little compared to what the potential that you have. You have to take the steps to break the chains. Take the hammer and break it. Because tonight, I'm telling you, you can fly. You can move. You can feel good. You can put things in order once again. Maybe bit by bit. Nevertheless, it's going to be a great start. Listen closely. Some chains break with inspiration, a lot of talking. But most chains break with a plan of action, with guidance, with structure, with accountability and consistent support. You don't need another year of trying. You need a process. You need accountability. I'm repeating it again. You need someone who sees the version of you that you haven't stepped into yet and you haven't seen yet. If tonight's message spoke to you, if you felt that something shift, if you know that you can do better, if you know you are standing at the edge of your new season, if you know this is your moment, then I want to invite you to take the next step. Break the old patterns, build new habits, rewrite limiting beliefs, step into your purpose, live with clarity, courage, and consistency. Then take it. Oh, I'm not asking you to be perfect. No. I'm not asking neither to be a performer. What you need to do, you should be ready now for transformation. I didn't call you now here tonight for information. No, I've given you enough information. From November, December, January, February, March, April. This is May. I've given you enough information. Tonight is the night of invitation. Tonight is the time to break these chains, link by link, together. No pressure, no hard feeling. Don't get upset. Don't get offended because I have to give you tough luck. Get up your butt, stand up and start to do something you can do better. Otherwise, there will be another conference in June. There will be another one in July. Who knows? It's up to you. At any rate, look at me, a retired physician. Okay? I could enjoy my life with my wife, my family, and watch TV, going here and there. Every month, I'm preparing something. What is this for? Because I want you to be uncomfortable under your skin and to get higher to a higher level because you can do better. You don't believe me? Why would the Lord take his time to put a beautiful garden, to provide every single thing that you need before he created you? And you messed up. He also comes back to rescue you, to rescue me. Don't blame God in our situation. No, no. Some people will tell you, c'est bon Dieu qui veut comme ça. C'est volonté bon Dieu. Jean, c'est volonté bon Dieu. It's not God's will that you be miserable, broke, chimeric. That's the Haitian thing. You can't be like this. You can do better. That's all I'm telling you. It's time for me to stop because I didn't want to go over 30 minutes. So if you have any questions, I'm giving you half an hour for questions. And if someone want to text me separately, want to ask me any question concerning themselves and me, you can text me at 347-720-4640.